Welcome to my channel, and today we're going to be looking at another Reddit post from r/. No, but why? This is horror. Every mirror in the house just cracked, so let's jump into it. User Katester says, I never had any problems with my husband or his son. My husband, stepson, and I have been living together for 6 years. Everything was fine until 2 weeks ago when his son left for college. Now my husband and I are finally alone all of the time. I know it sounds stupid, but I always wanted to decorate our house the way I wanted to, and now I can. But I'm being met with constant criticism about everything that I do. He complains that the color of the wall is ugly, that he doesn't like the new curtains, etc. He seems to dislike everything that I choose. I always thought he just liked more neutral colors. Now he complains about the color of the towels. Decided to take matters into my own hands and redecorate the bathroom. I picked out everything myself. His son liked the decorations I chose last time. The bathroom is our shared space, and I only want what's best for me. He comes in every once in a while and complains about the design choices I made. I told him I don't want to hear his complaints anymore. I've done nothing wrong. I was tired of his remarks, so I ignored him. He started getting mad, saying that I didn't listen to him and that I should have asked him first. I snapped. It's my house too. I pay half the bills, and I have just as much right to decorate as he does. We argued for hours. It was terrible. I went to sleep early and he stayed up. I woke up this morning and he was still asleep. I went to work, and he said that he wanted to talk when I came back home. All day I kept thinking about how awful yesterday was. As I drove home, I imagined all the worst-case scenarios. What if he kicked me out? What if he wanted a divorce? I was terrified. When I got home, he was waiting for me in the living room. He told me that he needed to tell me something important. He started, "Yesterday was awful. I'm sorry that I haven't been considerate enough. You were right. Shouldn't have criticized you before. I'll try harder." I told him that we needed to learn to communicate better, talked for hours, and solved all of our issues. I was so relieved. Then he told me that he wanted to show me something. He took me to the bathroom. When I walked in, my jaw dropped. All of the mirrors in the bathroom had spiderweb cracks going down the middle. I started crying. I asked him, "What did you do?" He said, "I'm sorry, I don't know." I woke up and it was like that. I knew he was lying. Why would all of the mirror in the bathroom crack? One thing I forgot to mention is that there is a large mirror in the bathroom connected to the walls, and next to it there is a cabinet with a smaller mirror inside. So there's actually 3 mirrors in total. Also, they're all framed. I checked each one and all of them had tiny cracks. How did this happen? Told him I didn't want to hear his lies. He said he wasn't lying. Started arguing again. I screamed at him that he destroyed my decorations. He screamed back that I deserved it. I packed my things and called my mom. I stayed at her house because I couldn't look at him after what he did. She told me to calm down and try to talk to him tomorrow, but I'm angry. I hate those mirrors, and I hate him. No, he did this, but why? I hate the fact that I can't confront him and ask him, "Please help." I don't know what to do. Should I give him a second chance? Or should I move on? So that is our story. Let's discuss. First off, y'all, I'm trying to come up with some sort of clever segue to transition us into our discussion of this story, but I'm coming up short. So I guess we're just going straight into it. If you don't want to hear his complaints anymore, stop inviting him to participate in decorating decisions. That's literally the solution. If he has opinions, he can offer them, and you can choose whether or not to take them into consideration. That's how relationships work. Your house, your rules. Additionally, you say that you and your husband have been together for 6 years, but then you say that you just now get to decorate the house the way you want. So you've been together for 6 years, yet you were unable to agree on interior design up until now? Seems odd. And also, your husband did something extremely malicious. You say that he destroyed your decorations. He obviously did this out of spite. So it sounds like you have a big problem in your relationship that needs to be addressed. You cannot trust this man, and something tells me that this is not the first time that he has deliberately tried to sabotage your attempts at self-expression and autonomy within the relationship. I am worried about you. But let's get into the story itself, because I think this is very interesting. In the beginning of the story, Ope says that she can finally decorate the house the way that she wants, because her stepson is no longer living with them. Interestingly enough, this story takes place during the holiday season, which is a time where many families are reunited. Additionally, in this story, the stepson leaves for college, which is a time where many parents are forced to confront the reality that their children are growing up and becoming independent. Many parents struggle with accepting their children's newfound independence, and oftentimes that manifests as possessiveness and overprotectiveness. So I wonder if perhaps the true reason that this husband is so resistant to change is because he is struggling with letting go of his son's independence. And maybe he is taking out his frustration and resentment towards his son on his wife. Or perhaps the husband sees his wife redecorating as an opportunity to punish her for something that she did or did not do. Again, this is speculation. I do unknow this man, and clearly Op does not understand him very well. Otherwise, she wouldn't have married him in the first place. This man is toxic, and he sounds like he has serious unresolved issues that he needs to deal with. The other thing that I find really interesting is that the bathroom is the location in which the conflict is resolved and the destruction occurs. Within a marriage, the bathroom is a place where people often go to get away from their spouse. There is something private and intimate about the bathroom and the shower that makes it a person's sanctuary. It's a place where people go to escape and be alone. It sounds like that's exactly what Op's husband did. Went to the bathroom to escape, and then he destroyed it. Bathroom is also a place of vanity. It's where we primp and preen ourselves for the world. Look at ourselves in the mirror and make sure that we look good. Here Op's husband destroys the mirrors. He destroys his wife's sanctuary, and he destroys her sense of self. He destroys her ability to see herself. To me, this is symbolic of him destroying her identity in order to make her conform to whatever ideals he has set out for her. He wants her to look at herself through his eyes and his eyes only. And that is not okay. This is an extreme example, but we see stories like this all the time where men purposely destroy their partner's belongings as a form of emotional abuse. And sometimes it can even be a precursor to physical violence. If he can break the mirrors, then what can he break next? Her bones. Listen, I know Op is questioning whether or not she should stay in this relationship, but I honestly think that she already knows the answer to that question deep down. She knows that her husband is toxic. She knows that he is controlling and jealous, and she knows that he is abusive. Otherwise, she wouldn't have reacted so strongly to his actions. When he lied to her, she knew he was lying. She just entertained the idea that he wasn't the abuser. She entertained the idea that he could be vulnerable and remorseful and caring. But none of those things are true, and she knows it. Deep down, she has convinced herself that this man is worth fighting for. But the truth is, Op, he's not. He will never change. And the only thing that you are going to be left with is regret. So I hope you found this video helpful. I appreciate all of you so very much. I'll see you in the next one.